it's a walk. It is a walk.
SD. Thank you. Good evening. We're here for the October 1st, 2024. We'll get started with reading the mission statement. We create opportunities for growth and success. The vision statement, inspiring learners to thrive in an ever-changing world. Item 1, call to order. Roll call, members of the Board of Education. Mrs. Mejia?
Present.
Mr. Contreras?
Present.
Ms. Perez, present. Mr. Lafarga?
Present.
Dr. Marino?
Present.
Awesome. Moving on to item 2, public comments on closed session items. Are there items?
No public comments for closed session items.
Perfect. We'll move on to item 3, adjourn to closed session, and we will be back at 6:30. Thank you.
Hey, not much. We just about to go into closed session right now, but I guess there's an emergency and she was not able to. But she sent me her little speech and wants to know if someone's available to read. No, other person.
All right, good evening. We're going to get started in about 30 seconds. All right, good evening. Welcome to our Rancho High School. We'll get started on item 5, reconvene in open session. Item A, roll call members of the administrative cabinet. Dr. Villegas.
Yes, present. Dora Soto Delgado.
Present.
Dean Cochran.
Present.
Jasmine Chavez Diaz.
Present.
Gisela Castañón.
Present.
Jocanda Rodriguez Padilla.
Present.
And Mr. Matthews is not here today for illness.
Thank you. We'll get started on item B, Pledge of Allegiance. I know we have someone here today. Dr. Villegas.
Yes, so we are thrilled today. As you know, on a regular basis, we have some of our students lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So today we have someone from Valencia, and so I'd like to introduce you, Dr. Lara. Are you here, Dr. Lara? If you were to come up here and just introduce the wonderful person that's going to introduce the Pledge of Allegiance in your school.
Good evening, parents and families that are here present today, and the Cabinet Board of Education. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Lily Lopez, and she is our 5th grade student at Valencia Academy of the Arts.
I didn't get her name either.
Good evening,
Something Lopez.
District Cabinet and Board members. My name is Lily Lopez, and today I'm representing my school, Valencia Academy of the Arts. Valencia is a great school. I have attended Valencia since preschool, and now I am a 5th grader. I really love Valencia and the programs it offers, like Mariachi and Folklorico, which I am both a participant of. We at Valencia have also been focusing on mental health awareness and anti-bullying campaigns. This year, we held our 2nd annual Bubble Run fundraiser, which helps us fundraise for our school. We have a library that our librarian made into an imaginative and comfy space to learn. Our teachers and staff are dedicated to our learning and educational growth. Lastly, our Dia de los Muertos Festival is a beautiful event that will be held on November 1st. Us lightning bolts all come together to display a variety of our art while listening to our musical guests and visit the breathless altar that represents our loved ones which have passed. Please accept this as an invitation for all of you to attend. Dr. Lara is an amazing principal. Thank you, Dr. Lara, for all you do. Now, it is my great pleasure to lead you in the flag salute. Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stay up there really quick. I know you got excited. Board members, would you like to say anything with Dr. Marino?
Of course, I want to say something. I was once a teacher there at Valencia many, many, many years ago, and it's just so wonderful to see you and being the representative for Valencia, which is the most wonderful school with a great principal and wonderful teachers. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. LaFarga?
Hi, Lily. Well done. It's so great to see the enthusiasm and how proud you are to be at Valencia, and you did a great job today. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Mr. Contreras?
Lily, great job. Very well said, very well spoken. Congratulations. I'd also like to congratulate Mom on the side. I know she's very proud. Thank you for the speech. It was very well said, well spoken.
You're welcome.
Mrs. Mejia?
Hi, Lily. Thank you for representing your school so well. I'm a former lightning bolt, and I look forward to visiting your school soon. I know you guys are doing a great job with arts, so I'm looking forward to visiting you very, very soon. Thank you.
Lily, thank you for presenting your school. I was at your school a couple weeks ago, and Dr. Lara, amazing school, the culture, just the family, the community. So thank you for coming today and sharing a little bit about your school, and we're excited to see where you can go. Before we continue, Dr. Villegas?
Yes, we would be privileged if you would come up and, one, receive this certificate acknowledging that you led us today in this Pledge of Allegiance, and two, to take a picture with the board. Would you want to do that? Yes, all right. Come on up.
Thank you, Lily. All right, moving on to item 6, adoption of the agenda. Approve the agenda for the regular Board of Education meeting of order of October 1st. I know there's some changes, Mr. Cochran.
Yes, Madam President. Item 17A1, we need to replace the attachment. There are copies of the attachment available at the registration table. Item 17E1, item 1A, we need to insert the effective date of October 7th, 2024, and we're going to insert the name Christina Hernandez. And we'd like to pull one item, item 17E1, item 2A. Please pull that item.
Okay, thank you. Can I get a motion with amendments made and a second?
So moved.
Second.
So moved by Mr. LaFargo, seconded by Dr. Marino. All in favor say aye. See none. Moving on to item 7, reports of actions taken in closed session. Dr. Villegas?
We have no actions to report in closed session, but we will be returning to closed session after the open session is over.
Thank you. Moving on to item 8, student reports. We'll start with item 8, ISB President, Rancho High School, Camila Zuno.
Good evening, Rancho Unified District Cabinet, board members, and notable guests. My name is Camila Zuno, and I am glad to be in attendance with you all once again as your Rancho High School Associated Student Body President. Last week, on September 26th, we had our senior sunrise. We were glad to see many seniors in attendance. I would like to give a huge thank you to the culinary arts students who participated in cooking, preparing breakfast for our senior class to enjoy. Along with that, we would like to give a big thank you to any parents who donated pastries and drinks. At our last home game against Fontana on September 19th, Our Dons took the victory with an ending score of 26-20. The game was also a staff appreciation night, so we would like to thank any teachers and staff who attended. The following week, on September 27, we took yet another win at our away game against South Hills with a final score of 27-21. We hope to keep our streak going at our following games coming up. They are both away. This week on October 4th, we will be playing against Lucerna. On October 10th, we play Cal High. Oh, I'm sorry. On October 4th, we will be playing against Lucerna, and on October 10th, we will play Cal High School. Yesterday, on Monday, September 30th, our homecoming nominations began and will go on until Thursday, October 3rd. We are excited to find out who our nominees for homecoming court will be this year. Our first senior nights for the fall sports season are coming up. This week is cross country senior night. It will be on October 5th, and tennis senior night will be October 15th. We encourage you to come out and support our senior athletes as they end their season strong. Best of luck, Dons. Lastly, ASB fundraiser was set to end September 20th, but was extended till October 7th. Any donations will be appreciated. Thank you for having me, and I hope you all have a great rest of your evening.
Will be held at our school from October 7th to October 11th in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We are standing by individuals who have suffered the loss of loved ones or who have these dreadful illnesses that affect them. It is a time to come together and it's a time to come together and raise awareness of this devastating disease. On October 22nd, ASB is holding a fundraiser at the Habit Burger and Grill on Washington Boulevard in Pico Rivera. We are trying to raise money for student activities around campus. Take the night off of cooking and come join us. We would greatly appreciate your support. Our flyer will be on our school website to enter a code. Or I could bring some flyers at the next meeting. The week of October 23rd and 31st is recognized as our Red Ribbon Week to show support to saying no to drugs. Some activities we will be doing are to dress in all black and to black out drugs, jerseys to team against drugs, and hats to put a cap on drugs. Our purpose is to highlight the importance of living a drug-free life. Thank you.
Just clarification, because I know it's low. October 22nd at the Habit, is that the fundraiser? Okay, thank you. Again, you're free to stay, but I know you have homework, so thank you for being here. Moving on to item 9, awards and recognition. Item A, recognition of the Dons of Distinction. Dr. Villegas.
Yes, thank you so much. You know, one of the greatest things about our board meetings is the ability to recognize not only our students and our staff, but often our partners in education. And for the first part of it, we have some partners in education that we want to recognize. And this particular group are Dons of Distinction, who are former students who were in our music program, but continually advocate to grow our music program. They stay involved in the conversation. They work as great role models to be able to demonstrate what is it like to live a life of a musician or to have played an instrument, and how it really stays with you for the rest of your life. And you know, we are really proud of the work that they've done, not only in terms of role models, but in also raising money, because they have a really great sounding band. And you know, they have created all kinds of events where we've been able to raise money to be able to support our music program, and really their commitment to making sure that we have a viable music program to continue to grow and to continue to support in every way is really commendable. So I'd like to take this moment to just honor the Dons of Distinction. If they could please come up. Please come up, and I'm going to ask them to all introduce themselves, please. Mr. Francano, if you could lead us in your just a little bit of who's there with you today.
Good evening. Good evening, members of the El Rancho Unified School District Board of Education. Dr. Villegas, Superintendent. My name is Frank Cano. I have Kurt Ramblo to my left, Mike Mendez to my right, Mike Rodriguez. We have some other members with us that are with us here this afternoon, this evening, and on behalf of our organization, I'd like to thank the school board for this recognition and for meeting with us throughout the year to discuss a topic that's very important to us in the community. We have taken on this endeavor for the past 10 years. In early 2014, then band director Reggie Cordero asked me to speak with his band students about the music industry for Career Day. Afterwards, he showed me the band room. It was old, needing paint. It had holes in the walls and it had a badly damaged storage room. The music plaques that had been recognizing past outstanding music students and trophies that we earned throughout the years of performing in competitions were gone. With the help of Mike Mendez, the city controller at the time, who was a band member at his high school, we came up with money to fix the damages, paint the band room, and fix the tuba, I think a couple other instruments. We found our calling. Yvonne Sanchez Chase was here with us, had the idea to have a band alumni reunion. Robert Matas and I rounded up and restarted our high school R&B band. An alumni, Steve Price, who attended the reunion, came up with the name Dons of Distinction. That particular evening in 2014 were the first proceeds that went to the music program. This past year, we've been able to raise $9,000 for the music program. The El Rancho High School Band Alumni is a nonprofit organization that, along with the Dons of Distinction, a band comprised of music program alumni, put on events and performances to raise money and bring awareness to the importance of ensuring today's and future band members at El Rancho have the instruments, sheet music, teachers, and most importantly, a well-equipped band room where they can grow and develop their creativity, their confidence that will help them many years after high school. Mr. John Rush, who I know through our musical community, is a highly respected teacher and musician with years of experience, enthusiasm, and drive. All the tools that a student needs to succeed in school and in life. I believe that given the support of this board, Mr. Rush can achieve, return, and hopefully surpass what Mr. Belize created and developed in his years at El Rancho. In closing, we ask the board, the superintendent, to work together, including the principal, to find it in your heart, in your minds to be heroes, to help fight the fight that only you know what is in front, and get that band room built. Thank you.
Dr. Vegas, before we call them up, can we just say a sentiments? So we'll start this way, Mrs. Mejia.
Mr. Cano and the rest of the Dons of the Distinction, welcome home. Welcome home to the ranch.
Yes.
Thank you for your continued support for our music program. You're paying it forward. You're being, as Dr. Villegas said, you're being great role models for our students, and you guys sound great because I did happen to attend one of your events when you had El Rancho alum, Jeanette Jurado, and it was a great event. You guys do an amazing job, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your continued support.
Thank you. Very quickly, I do want to thank the President, Ms. Arlene Perez, Dr. Marino, Mr. John Contreras for attending our event. We do have another event in December 8th, Sunday, December 8th, and you're all welcome to come and join us and see what it is that we're doing and just help us in our endeavor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Contreras?
Mr. Cano, thank you so much. I've met you before at some of the fundraisers and the band. You guys play great. Thank you so much for what you do for our kids. You brought up, you made mention of grow and develop creativity, which brings confidence to those kids. While Mr. Rush, under the direction of Mr. Rush, the band has grown exponentially from 25 to 50, now 100 students, and now we need the support, the effort to be able to give them the instruments that they need, which we see is happening thanks to your efforts, obviously, and the efforts of the board, the support of the superintendent and the staff. I see nothing but great things coming. You know, back to the days, I'm also an alumni from 91, back to the days when, you know, we had the band, the drill team, you know, rolling 100 deep, you know, and in the stands, being proud of our band, watching them march down Passings Boulevard, you know, fundraising, early mornings on Saturdays. You guys could probably remember that. But thank you so much what you do for the community. I know there's some parents from band members here also. Thank you to the parents. Your efforts have been great. So give yourselves an applause. And thank you for plugging your next event. You know, I will definitely make the effort to be there as I have in various other ones. Just because you guys play great. I enjoy playing, watching you guys, hearing you guys play. So thank you so much for what you do in our community.
Thank you. Thank you.
Parga?
Yes, thank you so much for being here, and long overdue recognition for all you've done for our students and our families, and really building up our band program. Just want you to know there's a lot of middle school students that are gonna prep and have their own band, and you know, hopefully come and join the El Rancho marching band as well. And some of our teachers are reviving the music programs at their schools, which is great to see as well. So just thank you for your unwavering efforts, and most importantly, it's for our kids and our families to pursue the love of music. So thank you for being role models in that regard. Just personally, I just reconnected with Mike. We've known each other probably for 20 plus years in a different world, and it was just great to see you, Mike. So congratulations for everything that you're doing as well.
Dr. Marino?
I echo the gratitude of my colleagues as well. Mr. Cano, I want to say thank you for being so patient with all the numerous phone calls, conversations we had in between. But that was a wonderful event. I want to thank all the Dons of Distinction. You're just an amazing group, and more importantly here is what you're doing for the future Dons. You're giving back, and that's what it's all about. Whether you give back to your alma mater or you give back to your community, you're still doing that and really setting, paving the way for not only the Dons, but for everyone to really get involved. But if you can, always give back to the community. We really, truly love this and appreciate all your support, your enthusiasm, and your music was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Cano and Dons of Distinction, thank you so much. For me, the example you set, you saw a need and you did something about that. And not a lot of people do that. And to me, that's the beauty of Pico Rivera. That's the beauty of being an El Rancho alum. We give back. About 3 to 4 of us we're alums from El Rancho, and we give back because we care so much. And for me, you guys are role models. I was in band as well, and so to me, this is, and Mr. Rush, I don't know where I can't see him, but thank you for bringing the band program back, for increasing the student participation, the love for music. Music is so special. It made my entire high school experience. It got me into college because you need the extra. So it's just so valuable. And so thank you for taking the time, the dedication. My parents and myself loved your performance. They were like, wow, they want to go back. So we will make an effort to be there for the December 8th. And just, you know, Thank you. Moving on to item D, recognition of elementary teachers for excellence in arts integration. Dr. Villegas.
Yeah, I hear some clapping already, so please. Yes. Woo! You know, one of the most wonderful things that I think you see in Pico Rivera is the love of culture and the love of extending enrichment in many capacities. And that doesn't just happen by accident. That happens by design and happens by the hard work and dedication of our teachers and staff that stay after school and do a variety of different types of art to enrich the lives of our students. And I can tell you, you don't only enrich the students, you enrich the parents and the staff who are really, you know, in need of this and watch this and see how much growth happens. And so really, we wanted to take a moment to recognize the teachers at various schools that take part in this particular endeavor, that they do in one capacity or another. They're involved with VAPA, and so we're going to be calling them up one at a time, and we're going to ask them to come up and get a certificate, and then we're going to ask them to come up and have a picture. Ms. Castañon, will you be handing it to them?
Yes, I'll hand them the certificate and ask them to step in the back so that they could take a picture.
So since we're doing that first, would you like the board to first say a few words on behalf of the teachers, or should we call their names first? Yeah.
Just so that we can, once they're done with the pictures, they can go and celebrate at home.
Okay.
So just a thing, starting this way, Dr. Marino.
A well-deserved recognition, because we know the work that you do every single day in the classroom, no matter what. You always come in, prepare to give it your very best, and we are so grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Marino. Mr. LaFarga?
Yes, echoing the comments, very well-deserved recognition. I think the arts is important in a lot of ways to enriching the lives of our kids. It's healing, it's therapeutic, and it's creative. So just really appreciate your creativity, so to speak, and bringing this to our district. Congratulations on the recognition.
Thank you. Mr. Contreras?
Yeah, thank you. It's a very special day for these teachers that are here tonight, being recognized for what they do, not only in the classroom, but after hours in the arts that they're teaching our kids. I mean, we're here recognizing the dawns of distinction, you know, for music, and you know, we have folklorico and we have other forms of arts that are being recognized. I want to give a special thanks to all the teachers out there, to the family members that are here, and it's specifically to my sister, who's being recognized tonight as one of the recipients. So, and it's a great joy to have my mom right beside her as well. So thank you very much to all the teachers.
Mrs. Mejia?
Yeah, echoing my colleague's sentiments, absolutely. Thank you so much for going above and beyond, for inspiring creativity and developing that passion for the arts. Thank you so much for everything that you do.
Thank you for being here tonight. I think the arts, you make memories, because when I think of my high school experience, I think of the arts, I think of the band. That's what I remember. I remember the trips, I remember the memories, and so the arts, the creativity to think outside the box, the amount of hours, the folklorico, like those are the memories that just stay with you for life. And so for all those teachers being recognized today, thank you for making those memories for our kids, for really, really setting the bar high. And like Mr. Contreras said, working after hours, after a long day, sometimes you're tired and you're still there, you're giving it your all. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for always caring so much about these kids. Thank you. Dr. Villegas?
Yes, so we will be calling them up, so one at a time, and then they can come up and take a picture. I think what we want to do is do a collective picture, and so if we can prepare for that, I know they'll be getting their certificate, so please come up and get your certificate, and let's give them a round of applause when now too, yes, but when we call their name as well. So first, from Bernie, Deborah Lopez, come on up. From McGee, Dean Knapp. Round of applause. Also from McGee, Roberto Barrieta. Next we have Veronica Persona. And we also have Aiden Knapp. Come on up, please, if you're there. No, not here. From South Ranchito, we have Monica Hernandez. I think she's in the house. From North Ranchito, we have Adriana Elizabeth Barrera. From Valencia, we have Carla Madrid. And from the Virtual Learning Academy, we have Shirley Ambrose. Come on up. And now, everybody, come on, a big, big round of applause to what makes us happy and cheers us on. All our teachers, come on. So if there are family members that like to come up and take a picture with the teachers, please come up right now and take a picture with your family member. Oh, they're coming.
We're going to take a 5-minute break so you can celebrate, and we'll come back and reconvene. Thank you. Okay, we're going to get started. I know, I was like, where is it?
Did they put plugs in yours?
I know, that's what I'm. All right, we are going to move on to item 10, public comments. Items on the agenda, blue comment cards. Dr. Villegas, do we have any for items on the agenda?
We don't have any on the agenda at this time.
Sorry. Moving on to item 11, public hearing. Item A, public hearing regarding sufficiency of instructional materials. Dr. Villegas?
And so this is just a public hearing. You know, you open up the public hearing and see if there's any commentary.
Okay, so we're going to open it at 10:33 p.m. Any comments? Hearing none, we're going to close it at 10:33 p.m. Moving on to item 12, public comments. Items not, sorry. 12, oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Okay, we're starting off October great. Number 12, public comments. Items not on the agenda, yellow comment cards. Dr. Villegas.
We do. Are we going to share any of the information that we usually read in general?
Can you read it?
Certainly. And so I think we want to focus on the section in the middle, which indicates that the board welcomes disagreement, but it is important that disagreement be expressed in a meaningful and respectful manner. Speakers should not make personal attacks on other individuals. To promote these goals, we ask that...
That's your first warning. Next one, you're out.
We ask that everyone be courteous, patient, and respectful while others are speaking. Each speaker should feel free to express his or her viewpoint freely, but courteously and respectfully, speaking concisely and within the allowed time limits. Speakers should also try to avoid repeating what others have already said. Each speaker will be allotted a maximum of 3 minutes. A maximum of 50 minutes will be the allotted time per agenda item. Members of the public will not speak unless they are recognized by the board president and will speak only from the podium, not directly from the audience at any time. Speakers may not allocate their time to other speakers. So we do have some speakers on not on the agenda, and so first...
Sorry, just really quick, just a friendly reminder, the timer's on the board, so you'll know when your time is up, so you have about 3 minutes, just friendly. That's all, thank you.
First is Michael Rodriguez. Rodriguez.
Check 1, 2. Hello. I notice everybody's reading off their phone. This is a first for me, so please be patient. My name is Michael Rodriguez. I'm a business owner and band alumni from 1979. It had been over 12 years since I played my trumpet when Frank Cano asked me to join Dons of Distinction. It has been a privilege to play in the group for a great cause. At the time I went to school here, it was a 3-year school, and playing in the El Rancho band were the best times, playing under the direction of Bill Eads. The highlight being when we recorded a live album, Americana, and toured 2 weeks in Vancouver, Canada, cities in Oregon, and San Francisco. Our band room held our concert band of 50 to 60, and of course, the marching band. A treat, also probably about a 20-piece jazz unit. A treat at that time was we could hang out during lunch in the band room and play LPs while we ate. What camaraderie. I applaud Mr. John Rush for growing the program immensely in 2 years. We thank and support this board and its plans to build a band room. John Rush has been very supportive of Dons of Distinction and has even participated in a concert. The kids have been so kind. They showed up to play at one of our summer shows on their own time. And last year, a few of us played with them at the homecoming football game. I have literally not played at a high school football game since high school. I had a fantastic, fun time. I thank you for this recognition. I will always participate with DOD as long as Frank wants me to. It feels really, really good to give back to a music program that taught me a lot. The performing arts are a vital part of a kid's shaping to become an adult. Thank you again.
Thank you. Dr. Vegas?
And next we have Ken Cook.
Good evening, Board of Education, Executive Cabinet, everybody in the room. So it's kind of funny, I see my CBOC committee over here and the board in front of me. I see you guys at all kinds of community events. I want to thank you for being so active and proactive in our community. It really makes a huge difference. My favorite group over here, though, is my Zapian Salsa Grill group. I see them all the time as I'm enjoying my favorite meal. I just want to take a minute and thank everybody that's in here. And I'm going to tell you why. You guys, you know, leadership is sometimes the most thankless role in the world. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a really busy man, so I don't think I've spoken to one of these meetings since about 5 years. I felt like there was a need to come up here and say a few things, and so tonight I'm up here but under a different pretense. I just want to thank you guys because I've watched you guys over the last couple of months just take abuse that is unwarranted, unjustified, and as far as I'm concerned, unacceptable, okay? The loudest voice isn't always the strongest voice, and people need to be mindful of that. You're never gonna hear me screaming at anybody because I don't need to. But I just wanna thank you guys because, you know, I know you guys make like $3 an hour as board members when you look at your stipends. You know, it's not for the money, it's for the love, you know. Ms. Mejia running up the street, and I see Mr. Contreras at RBA all the time. You guys love our kids, it's evident, you know. I've got two sons, one's still at Rio Vista. You know, he loves school, but not really. But his older brother, he's now at the STEAM Academy. And I want to tell you about a recent experience that I had. I went to their back to school night, and if I had to describe that school with one word, it would be impressive. And I come with a critical lens, as you guys know. I'm an educator, I'm a veteran. I thought DOD was Department of Defense, but it's Dons of Distinction, apparently. So you're a force to be reckoned with, okay? He has Mr. Ammerman is his first period teacher. You know, my son comes home and he says, Papa, you know, the Neanderthals are kind of overrated, don't you think? And I don't even have a response for that. But he shared something with me the other day. He goes, Papa, what is mankind's greatest advantage over all the other animals on the planet? And I go, our ability to think critically? Nope. Our ability to invent? Nope. He goes, it was actually our ability to share, our ability to communicate, to go outside of our tribes. And that's really what brought the human race, you know, to the front level of being at the top of the food chain. He goes, because before that, we were still well developed, but because we didn't share, you know, we were getting knocked out by animals and stuff like that. And so my son coming home and excited about what he's learning, to me, is really, really cool. Number two, I met his Spanish teacher, Mr. T, because I can't pronounce his last name and I won't even do a disservice by trying to. He said something and it echoed to me because we talk about social emotional learning. We have trainings for this, right? This guy was just born with it. He said, you know, it's not part of my curriculum. I wrote it down with my notes because I was so profound but so simple. He said, I want every kid in my class, he didn't call them students, kid in my class, to leave happy when they leave my class. And it was, I felt it, you know? And so we have educators that love this place. We have educators that love our kids. To everybody that's up here, I want to say thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cook. Thank you.
Diana Lemus. Diana Lemus is not here right now. And so we have Fernando Islas.
Parents of ERUSD on Instagram to stay up to date on what's going on in our district. For starters, gentleman right here that just spoke, I feel like was taking shots. He has a LA Sheriff jersey on, so whatever he says is irrelevant. Also, board member Contreras' wife just told me to shh. Ma'am, if you're a wife of one of the board members here, I would highly suggest you show a little bit more discipline than that. The bio to the account on Parents of ERUSD says, a collection of parents working together to improve our school district. It should really say, a collection of parents working together to filter out the corruption in our school district. It is a sad day today, El Rancho, as we found out that our superintendent, Marco Villegas, has just ran out our chief of police at the El Rancho School Police. I want to address a new policy that we were made aware of recently. Apparently, this district wants to continue to suppress transparency and has prohibited video recording inside school offices. Well, I'm here to tell you that it is an infringement on our lawful rights. That is a public office paid for by our tax dollars. We reserve the right to record if need be. If you guys think I'm wrong, we'll bring it before a court. I also condemn Yanorala kicking me out of the office for pursuing the termination of his employment from the district. Arlene, I'm not going to direct my comment to you. I want to reemphasize that due to your negligence, we don't want you in our district. You too, we consider a liability. You need to drop out of the race. We have two mothers, the other two candidates, who do have children in our district and who are deeply committed to our community. I also want to point out what a shame it is to be running alongside Pico Rivera's Zionist mayor, Andrew Lara, who refuses to call for a ceasefire out in Gaza, just like Montebello, Monterey Park, Alhambra, La Puente, Bagares, the list goes on. He's condoning the slaughter of other brown people as he represents the city, and it's disgusting and shameful. Villegas, how does it feel to run your chief of police out the district? What a damn shame. We demanded the resignation of Villegas, and instead, we got the resignation of your school police chief, Albert Carrillo, who has always listened to our concerns and has taken action when appropriate. In his resignation letter, check parents of ERUSD on Instagram for a copy. Mr. Carrillo states, my resignation comes as a direct result of the treatment I have endured under the leadership of the superintendent. It's a damn shame, Villegas. We want you out. We didn't want him out. Arlene, you need to drop out. Villegas, you need to leave. Villegas, what do you say? How many kids did you fail today? We want justice.
Thank you.
You say how?
Thank you.
Arlene Perez, drop out now.
Thank you. Moving on. Dr. Villegas?
Yes, we have Anthony Islas.
Good evening, board. Just so you guys are not sorry for the way you advocate for our kids, I'm not sorry for the way I expressed myself at the last board meeting. How many years have you guys sat up here in silence? I have never seen any of you interact with the public speaker during their 3 minutes. We express students being bullied by coaches and staff. We express Dr. Carlson, your head of HR, found 11 findings against the district. We expressed that a teacher used my daughter's face as a punching bag. And we got one apology from the board. That board is from John. At the last meeting, he interacted with me and he said, I'm sorry for my face and I'm sorry for my posture. Thank you. My wife called you guys garbage. She said you guys are trash. I don't think you guys are trash. I think you guys are nothing. Trash has matter. Trash has mass. You guys are worse than trash. You guys are nothing. We're fighting for our kids. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? For a kid to do self-harm? There's kids that have 504 plans. What are you guys waiting for? When will you believe the student? My daughter got hit. Did she make it up? An innocent victim, an 8-year-old. What did she do? What did any of you guys do to help her? The gentleman behind me said he's proud and he's impressed. I can respect that. That's his story. This is ours. He wouldn't feel this way if his daughter was hit. He wouldn't feel this way if his daughter was bullied by coaches and staff. If you feel that you're doing a good job, I'm here to remind you that you're not. Every time you guys don't do anything, you're 100% co-signing on the behavior of the coaches and staff. You guys are sweeping too many things under the rug. You guys need to pull out that PDF file and hold people accountable. It took 208 days to get the teacher away from my daughter. Thank you.
Dr. Vegas?
Yes, Cecilia Islas.
Can you hear me? Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to make some points today. I feel like our narrative is being misconstrued, and I don't appreciate that. First of all, I want it to be known that I've never said that teachers that don't have kids cannot be good teachers. Now, I'm not poetic, and I'm not going to make a poetry about them. My approach is more of a straightforward approach. I wanted to be clear that there are many teachers that have been part of our daughters' lives that don't have kids, and they have had a positive impact with our girls. Specifically, there was one teacher at ERHS that doesn't have kids, but he, without a doubt, saved our daughter's life. We're thankful to him, who, when he was asked if we would have our daughter assigned to him, even if it was his prep period, he didn't hesitate to help our daughter out. We will forever be thankful to him. I was specifically talking about Arlene Perez, because I have seen firsthand how she lacks follow-through and empathy as a leader. Our oldest daughter attended ERUSD since she was in 2nd grade and had never had to attend board meetings to ask board members, superintendents, or board presidents to do their job. So yes, when the president of the Teachers Union says she has never seen this type of behavior, she's correct. It is because of this particular school board lacks of follow-through, lack of accountability, and lack of empathy that we're here whenever we can. I have also never seen a school board not care so much about their students. Second of all, I keep thinking of why the board hasn't done so much for our case to address our issues. I personally think that it is because the things that happened to our daughter haven't happened to your kids. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I stress so much to our kids to be careful with what they put in text. Oh my God, I can't hear, see. Because it can always backfire on them. But of course, they don't listen. So yes, I have many texts between our daughter and an ex-friend that can pretty much also ruin her senior year. Just like you, I ruined hers. This is not a threat. My daughter no longer has anything to lose. I have no problem putting everything out there in public and social media. Third, it was brought to my attention by some family and friends that my comment at the last board meeting was cut halfway. I'm making a request to please upload the YouTube video with my full comment on there. The other speaker at the last meeting didn't even get timed, yet you cut my comment off. I'm not a lawyer, but I doubt that's legal. Fourth, 2 board meetings ago, we got locked out of the board meeting. The doors were locked and we could not get back into the meeting. I asked your attorney, Mr. Sanchez, if he can investigate who locked the doors. His response was, nobody knows who locked the doors. Mr. Sanchez, I think you know me better than that. I will not be happy with that answer, and I will not go away. I need a full investigation done as to who infringed in our rights and locked us out. Check your cameras. I expect a thorough investigation on this. If you feel it is beyond your duty, please pass it on to someone else who can do it. Let it be known that Chief Carrillo, who has recently resigned and attributed his reason for resignation to the treatment he endured under the leadership of Dr. Villegas, is the one who kept me somewhat calm and collected during that incident.
The 3 minutes are up, Ms. Islas. Thank you. Dr. Villegas? That's your warning. Next one, you're out.
Lawrence Lopez.
I'm Lawrence. Okay, that's a hard one to follow. My name is Larry Lopez, class of 1970. And I was in the band. I started